Well, hello everyone and welcome. I'm your host, Dolphin Gaming, and today we're back with another episode of Dominations. First episode, I just took a little casual episode and opened up some artifacts, and yeah, that was pretty much the video. I did say that my next video was probably gonna be about different nations and what they provide, but unfortunately, Jordon and I are not able to, get together at the moment. We're a little bit too busy, at this exact moment. Sorry for stuttering. But I do want to show you guys something. Besides the fact that I upgraded my, museum finally, I did find an amazing, and I mean an amazing, weapon for my war. Now look at this bad boy. Hold on. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. It is dark in my room right now. Boom. Look at this. Look at this beautiful beast. Trench Club. War weapon. We'll be trying to upgrade it as soon as possible, of course. Heavy tank damage. Plus 3%. Sorry. Plus 3%. Already, that's so good. Now, hold on. The second star, at first, it was readout health. Plus 3%. It was readout health plus 3%. Or no, it was readout damage plus 3%, which I did not like. So I re-rolled and I got fighter damage plus 3%. So freaking good right there. I was so happy to see that. Third tier range siege damage plus 6%. So good. Mortar troop damage plus 6%. So good. Invading attack helicopter hit points negative 3%. That's okay. I probably won't get a tier 5 of this just because of that. But if there were coming times that they're in the meta and attack helicopters become something, boom, I'm going to get it. I'm going to upgrade it, of course. Either way, that's not what this episode is about. Well, you see here, I just got to the Enlightenment Age, and I'm very happy about that. But of course, what's the one thing you always, what's the one thing about the Enlightenment Age you think of first? And it's oil. And what can you make with oil? Well, now you get to have factory troops. So today, we're going over factory troops. Sorry, just trying to remember where I go. I go to the armory for this. Tactics General's Factory. Alright. Boom. As you can see, the first thing you get is the Gatling gun. Now, of course, there's a 40% off on the upgrade on it right now. I am not going to get that because I want to get a level 2 factory so I get a different troop, and we'll go over that later. Alright, first, we have the Gatling gun. Now, strong against large group of infantry. Let me tell you right now, that could not be more true. That is an understatement. It destroys groups of infantry. You ever go into a alliance war, and then out of nowhere, for absolutely no frickin' reason, in your opponent's stronghold, he has 3 things of pirates in there. Well, what are you gonna do? You have no splash damage. Well, you bring the Gatling gun. This Gatling gun will mow them down. All you need is one. All you need is one. Bring more if you want to mow them down faster. Give them a good highlight, you know? Yeah, they do great damage versus hordes of infantry. Cavalry, not so much. And same thing with generals, not so much. If ever target, of course, is enemy foot troops. Weakness against defenses and cavalry, like I was saying. They do get one shot by a couple things. Ballistas, of course. Any other type of artillery on the defense. Generals do a good amount of damage versus them. One more thing about them. Their attack suppressed enemy infantry, causing them to move at half speed and deal half damage. That also goes with their cavalry. Don't know why it doesn't say that, but it does do that with their cavalry. Alright. Very solid troop. Extremely cheap to train, too. From what I can't tell you what these are all worth in oil value, but I know the Gatling gun is just 10 oil, and that is nothing. Love the Gatling gun. The moment I got it, I just put 4 straight into my main army, and it was so good. Alright. Gungrilla. Okay, so let me just give you a small basic what this does. No, I'll just read it off the string. Bypasses gates and traps, so it won't trip a trap. It'd be cool if it would trip the trap but not get damaged, but you know, whatever. 50 times damage versus defense abilities of walls. So it's literally the Gungrilla strat, okay? You can do an entire strategy around this troop, and it's only you get it after a level 2. A level 2 factory. Super good. It's easily overwhelmed if caught by defense because it does not fight back. Its favorite target is defensive buildings. It does not have... If it's not a defensive building, it doesn't do jack shit for damage. And it shows right here. That's what it does versus defensive buildings, 7,200, and against normal buildings, 144. Yeah. Oh, wow, I'm an idiot. Sorry, its training cost 30. That is definitely not bad. 10 troop space. Screw it. It's such a good troop. Moving on. Heavy tank. Do I need to really talk about this one much? Extremely high hit points, very powerful main gun. It takes up a lot of room, and it does have a very slow fire rate, I have to admit. Yep, 25, 450, not bad, a little expensive for people. Well, at least for me, it would be a little bit expensive because I'm just saving up at the moment. That's why it looks like I have so much. Its train time takes 40 minutes. That's annoying. But I'm the French. I don't care. 25 troop space. Yeah. Does high damage. There is an upgrade in the library where you can make it do splash damage, so it actually doesn't just get overwhelmed by spawnables. That's good. Bazooka. Bazooka is probably one of the most. It's one of the most widely used troops in here. I always ask for bazookas and sometimes a battle tank. When it comes to war, but I really just want that bazooka. That bazooka's really good. Deals 7 times damage against tanks. Yeah, have fun putting that in your stronghold until that bazooka comes out. Buildings and walls, pretty good. Weakness, enemy infantry. Only reason it does because it has a slow fire rate. Besides that, it destroys them. Especially if they bunch up, it's so nice. Training cost 110. That's not bad at all for what they do, and they have extremely high hit points too, because the mortar doesn't just kill them. 4 troop space, amazing. Training time 5 minutes 30 seconds. It's worth the wait. It's DPS in general is not too good against tanks, buildings, and walls. It's like that's all you want, really. Buildings and walls, that counts as defensive buildings too. It's just so OP. It's good. Upgrade this thing immediately. That's all I'm saying. All right, moving on. We got the armored car. Wow, cool. Another raider unit. No, this thing is the most. If you, oh my goodness, this is the most annoying thing to have to take out on defense. You put these bad boys in your alliance's town center. These bad boys come out and they deal so much damage. Now, let me just explain. Resources and infantry. Infantry. If you bring a bunch of infantry and these bad boys come out, they're melted like that. Now, of course, if you have the tactic named Betrayal, this can help you out in the end. But if you don't have that, and you don't have like a protect or a heal over you, just have a bunch of sabotages for some reason, like you're an idiot like me, you're screwed. This thing is amazing on defense. It's amazing on offense too. It cleans up very quickly. It moves very quickly too. 175 training cost, that's not bad, especially at the point once you do upgrade it at that level 5, it's nothing. 6 true space, doesn't matter. It's all good. It has amazing hit points. It does amazing damage. Love it. Moving on, APC. Alright, so listen. This thing continuously deploys troops. It is very slow and it deals very low damage. But the infantry that comes out of it deal extremely good damage. Now, obviously 2,000 hit points, you don't want this thing on your front lines, really. You want to spawn this thing in a corner behind all your tanks, and it does very good when it spawns in its infantry. First deployment cooldown is 5 seconds, and after that it takes about 9 until it dies. Or until the end of battle, of course. Their damage is pretty good at 319. Their elite infantry hit points 750. That's not bad for infantry units. 300 training cost. That's not bad at all. 12 troop space. Sketchy, just a little bit sketchy. Training time is 8 minutes. Not bad. It's worth the wait. Only thing I would say is the troop space is not too good. It's fair target as anything. Don't care. It doesn't matter. What was I saying? What was this troop cost again? 300. Not bad. That's honestly not that bad. Moving on. The MRL Mark I. Now, I will say I've used this once, and I despised it greatly. But it's just because it's not in meta at the moment, and it kind of needs this little buff. As you can see right here, its health at 1,749. That's extremely pathetic. Launches a volley of rockets with every attack. Low hit points and vulnerable to tanks, obviously. It has any targets. What's its range? 5. It's not that bad. 8 true space, not complaining. Training time, 12 minutes, 30 seconds. That's a little... I mean, you want to take your time when building this, or you're going to blow up. 8 true space, it's not actually that... It's not honestly not that bad. I just don't feel like it does enough damage to me. I don't care for it. I wouldn't train it. I'd rather have bazookas over this any day. Moving on, tactical helicopter. Now here's the thing. I've never seen anyone use this. Nor have I ever used it. So I'm just going to pretty much read off of what I see on here. Strength. Heals troops and allows troops deployment inside enemy defenses. So, and it deploys 15 troop space. The barracks factory troops underneath them. Yeah, it has 70 healing per second, which is good. I mean, it's a tactical helicopter. It heals, and it deploys troops. Of course, its weakness is air defense. Whose weakness is in air defense when you're flying? Targets anything. 3,315 hit points. Not honestly that bad, but air defenses do such high damage, you do not want this to get in range of them. Range is 5. Honestly, not that bad. Troop space, 12. Not bad at all for what you really want this thing to do. Sorry, for what you want this thing to do. I'm a little bit sick at the moment. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm swallowing a lot of snot in the back of my throat. I'm sorry if that sounds disgusting, but I am. Training time 13 minutes. Not that bad. Overall, factor troops OP. I mean, come on. Where is it? Look at these troops. Look at these troops, okay? These are your starting troops. Now, there is nothing wrong with these troops, but let me tell you right now, I prefer factory troops any day. You get those heavy tanks, all you want to do is heavy tank strats. Come on. Crazy. Who wouldn't do that? Once you get bazookas, you're doing bazookas all day, every day. Gangrilla, can't wait till I can get it. Probably carry one. You know, just a solid one into my, army until I really get the Gangrilla strats down. Now, you may not hear it as a Gangrilla strat. You usually hear it as a commando strat. It becomes a commando once you upgrade a bit more. Like I said before, high hit points, does high damage to defensive buildings. Oh, one more thing about the Gangrilla. Or, well, I'm gonna say commando for this. It's called the commando glitch. Now, oh boy. If you can get this commando glitch to happen, you've got a good chance to either way, you're gonna 5-star that base. The commando glitch is when, so remember, the commando does have a gun on it. He has a little pistol. Oh great, Pokemon Go's not working. Amazing. So happy to have that happen when I'm recording. It has a gun on him, his little pistol, but his pistol does the damage of his bomb, or his explosive, I guess you could say. It does the damage of explosive, so 720, it'll do that so quickly, because the gun can shoot so quickly, especially when it's glitching. It does massive damage per second. And here's the thing, this thing, I have recordings of it on some of my YouTube videos that I'll show. This thing will melt resource buildings. Melt them. It is the most hilarious thing to watch, especially when it's a known thing. It sucks terribly versus resource buildings and town halls. It's funny to see it just melt a resource building. It is the most satisfying thing to watch. Honestly. Factory troops. How do I grade them? I grade them one there. Tactical helicopter. It needs a bit of a buff. Honestly, I know people have them. No one uses them. Them and MRLs. It's the top two that you think would be so good. No one uses them. I hardly see APCs used, honestly, but I do see them used. Barely, though. MRL Mark 1 tactical helicopter. They need a buff. I give factory troops an A-. I would give them a higher grade, obviously, if the MRL and the tactical helicopter weren't pure garbage. At least at the moment, they are. Who knows? Maybe they don't even need to buff them one day. You know, maybe they don't need to buff them. Maybe they just buff something else and it's like an indirect buff. Who knows? Anything. I'm just calling out for a buff. I'm so sorry. I am so sick. I'm gonna try and edit out all the coughing and stuff. Sorry if you still hear it. I'm not the best at editing off my phone. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is just a little filler for the moment. I'm still trying to drag my friend Jordan out here to do a recording with me. Well, roll the outro.